Yo YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to another video, and in the space of between recording for Feature Class Guys episode 7 and this video, we managed to hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you guys all so much for your support. If you guys are new here, or if you guys have been around here before, if you do enjoy the video today, if you like the quality and everything that you see today, please hit that subscribe button. It really supports me, it really allows me to know that you guys are enjoying the content and everything that's coming out from the channel as well. Any constructive, positive feedback underneath in the comments is really appreciated, alongside all likes on the video as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We're going to be recording for SNAPShot episode 6, and we're going to be looking at the aggressive assault rifle player. Let's get into it. So with SNAPShot, if you guys are new to the series, or it's your first time here seeing a YouTube video, SNAPShot is based on a series to try and help the Call of Duty player get better. And the reason I started this video is because a lot of people came through to my Twitch channel saying, Stallion, can you make some sort of tips and recommendations for YouTube? Can you do something where people can learn to get better at the game? Give us kind of like an insight to the way that you play it and the way that you do things. Now, most of the time when you've seen any of my videos on SNAPShot, a lot of them have been around SMG plays, that's submachine guns. You've seen a lot of aggressive plays and a lot of things like that. And we will continue to talk about the aggressive player, but today we're going to focus on a slight different avenue, and we're going to be talking about the assault rifles, right? Assault rifles can be built to replicate SMGs as well, and can be built to be really good aggressive guns, but you can also still abuse the range on them as well to absolutely beam people from across the map. All right, let's roll into it and let's get into it. The SNAPShot video. You'll see here from the top of the screen that we have 6 different clips ready for you guys today. That's 5 clips plus 1 bonus clip, which we're going to be speaking about at the end. I also have an E-pen ready to go, so once we start getting into it in each clip, we're going to be using a pen to show you guys, as you can see over here, and highlight different things and the map and whatnot in regards to the situation, the movement, what it is that I'm doing, etc, etc. We're going to play each video with no audio so you guys can hear me and what it is that I have to discuss, and we're also going to roll the video at 0.25 speed and stop at important points to kind of give you guys a run through of why we do what we do in these games, okay? So bearing in mind that all of these clips are going to be assault rifle based, we're going to give you kind of a description of the situation on each video to show you what it is that's happening as you get into the video. We're discussing the game itself and the game mode that we're playing, answer the decisions that I make during the game as well, okay? So if we're going to begin with clip number 1 and we look at the situation, you can see here, if you know the maps and whatnot, that you'll know that this is Rust. You'll know that we're playing on hardpoint. The hardpoint is not being taken at this point. The game's only just started, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner. And as we roll into it, all the green arrows, obviously, as you can see in the radar, are all my teammates. And if you've not seen a SNAPShot video before, you'll know, or you may not know, that we refer to these quiet spots as the dead spots, or as the quiet spots, right? And these quiet spots usually stand for where enemies are going to be respawning. It's very unlikely that enemies are going to be respawning in other directions because they're covered by my teammates. So this area that's directly in front of me is the reason why I'm moving across here, to try and find out where these enemies are, and to also find out how I can kind of pick them off as we continue to push for the objective, okay? If it's the classes that you're looking for, particularly whilst we make these videos, feel free to have a look at some of my Feature Class Guys videos for the Kilo, the M4 and the Holger, which will feature in today's video. Or you can have a look on my TikTok at I'm Stallion, or you can find me on Twitch at Stallion, where you can do !Kilo, !M4 and !Holger to find out the specific classes that I'm using today. Alright, so as we roll into the video, and as mentioned by the situation, you can see that my teammates, behind me and to the side of me generally have the area covered. Now, by using the UAV on the map, I've already spotted that there's an enemy up here, which makes me think that enemies are likely going to be in these quiet spots behind me somewhere around here. So my first thought of protocol, especially as an aggressive assault rifle player, is how am I going to move around to this right hand side to try and pick people off, okay? So, assuming that somebody would be over this wall, I usually C4 over that wall, kind of just like as a safety measure. Check above me, nobody was there, and I didn't get a kill either. See an enemy who appears right in front of me here while somebody else just dies. Checking the radar, somebody's appeared into the back corner. So first thing I want to do is move behind this box and use it for cover. Alright, you can see that that person has now moved to this little pipe. Take him out. And now my first thought of protocol is, how do I clear this and continue to clear this area right here? Alright, so these enemies all go down. This Kilo build is really good for close to mid-range engagements as well. And here is where I abuse the kind of the range and the effectiveness of what an assault rifle gives more to what an SMG gives. Okay, I see a grenade coming over, which makes me think enemies are pushing me, or they know where I am. As I jump out, I've got enemies stacking in front of me. Always take the guy out in front of me first, and then take out the second guy who was there. Now, I'm more than aware that somebody's going to be appearing in front of me, and as I look at the situation on the map, I can see how things have unfolded. The hard point has moved. My teammates are now covering me on my right, and they're also covering me on my top right. So I want to kind of move into this little area behind this container here. And if you look in the top corner of the map, very, very slightly, you can see red dots starting to appear. So I want to try and somehow get control of this area as well. Okay, so we'll continue to move the clip forward as I move into here, always checking the radar to see where enemies are, as we continue to kind of move into this area and see what's going on. I see somebody appear to my left. He's obviously hiding there. He's either reloading or sorting his health out. I'm not sure if he's being shot already. We switch to the Renetti. End up being able to switch back in time because I've got some spare ammo here. Kill this guy. And then check my radar to see an enemy could potentially be moving behind me, in which we slide out and kill this guy as well. Alright, so mixing between the Kilo and the Renetti class, I'm able to take full control on the left-hand side of the map and control the area for my team, use the aggressiveness and the build of what this assault rifle has to offer, and take control of the area. But again, this comes down to map knowledge, checking your UAV when it's in, and understanding the way that spawns work and the way the map rotates around at different times for objectives. Alright, we're now going to run the clip in full speed so you can see how fast the gameplay rolls out at full time. As you can see, it's a big difference, right? So obviously checking this area, seeing these corner spawns. Alright, seeing that guy in the back corner, using this for cover. Taking this guy out as well, some nice shots. Abusing the range of the AR after I see this grenade coming in. Taking out these first two guys. I think this was an accidental swap to the pistol here, by the way. This wasn't that one right there. I shouldn't have swapped, but it's okay. It ended up working out in the end anyway, and we take this guy out. So we continue to use the pistol for short range and solid engagements as well for anybody who gets too close, but the Kilo itself manages to hold its own short range, long range, whatever it is. That's the reasons that I made the play that I did that game, and why we made the movements that we did. Quiet spots and utilizing the map comes out so clutch all of the time. All right, so this is going to be clip number 2. This is going to be the M4, and this is a nice little, I think it's a 7-piece that we pick up on Rust here. As you can see, we're playing domination. We have full control of the map right now. And as you can see in the score in the bottom left-hand corner, it's an absolute shutout. And what I mean by that is they haven't scored any points yet. They're calling us cheaters in game chat. The old classic. You know how it is, guys. When you beat when you beat enemies and they can't hack it, so they assume that you're just cheaters. The usual Call of Duty players. But anyway, you can see the situation here. I have teammates all over the place here, and as well as that, we have all 3 points. So the only quiet spots that I can really see from looking from this area would be round the back of B or round the front of C, down in these corners and behind this little container right here. So as I'm pushing forward, I'm probably want to try and get control of these areas behind me because I have teammates covering the back of B anyway. All right, I'm always thinking ahead. Where do I push next? Okay. So I take out the first guy who comes through this container. I believe a very unlucky person spawns right in front of me here. Not sure what Call of Duty was thinking with this one. I believe he does if this is the right clip. Yeah, there it is. So one guy appears right in front of me here. And obviously I end up taking him out because he has no idea. I'm in front of him as he's just spawned. I'm generally shocked to see somebody spawn there and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Now, at this point is where the holding and aggressive AR player comes out. This is where I can abuse the range that I've got. So this whole area of the map right here is covered and sorted. I've got teammates everywhere across here, all objective points taken. They are most likely going to spawn in this back corner or around this back area of Rust if you do know where the map is. And this is where I can really abuse the long range of this gun and really start taking people out. All right, so I can see bodies starting to appear in front of me. All right, I'm popping shots across the map. These guys are only just spawning here, and I'm on for a quad kill here. All right, and now this little area where I'm at right here is really good because it allows me to control both sides of this spawn and see where enemies are coming out from. Okay, so at this point I know I need to reload my my M4 as I'm only down to 9 bullets. I see enemies trying to run out of their spawn. Once again, still controlling this area, try not to allow people to get out. One guy does manage to get away. Throw my C4 out. An enemy appears to my left. And even though this gun is really good at long range, you can still, this gun is really effective at picking people off at mid and short range as well. Hit some nice shots. I don't think they expected me to jump out on a 1v2, but I did anyway, challenged them both and took them out as well. And now we go back to spawn camping again. All right, we watch and monitor these spawns. As you can see from what we spoke about at the start of the video, these are the quiet spots. There is still nobody here. Teammates are still covering these back areas. So I know that most likely, unless they spawn behind me, which is You know, in this game, probably fairly likely, but in the situation that happens, it's just unfortunate. But if they don't, they're going to be spawning directly in front of me, and I'm just going to use this position. I'm going to use my gun that I've got to its absolute advantage, using the long range of it, but also still, you know, going with the fact that it is a very good and aggressive gun. I pre-fire around here to see if this guy appears. I think he's moved away, and I'm just using these little boxes and, you know, containers in front of me as cover to try and protect myself in this area. You know, calling an airstrike across if anybody tries to move across the map and to get out of their spawns. So that area and that side has been now being covered, so I know I can go back and cover this little corner as well, which we then end up picking this guy off. All right, this is pure and utter spawn camping. This is knowing your gun's, you know, advantages. It's about knowing the situation, if you're looking at the map, if you're studying the map properly, and knowing about how the game is rotating. All right, we're going to look at it from a full pace gameplay is what it would look like in normal game. Unfortunate guy who spawns right in front of me. Hit some nice long range shots, take out both of them guys to hit me for a quad kill, and now I'm in the area where I can spawn camp. All right, I'm in an area now where I can take full advantage of spawns. I can utilize these areas of where I'm at. The gun is still really good and aggressive because of the way it's been built. It's built for all scenarios. Seeing that guy there, know he's there. Just in case he tries to run out the other way, I've got my airstrike down and across, and I get some nice pre-fire shots and end up killing that guy as well. That is the full clip. Once again, you can see how the aggressive AR player works and how you can use this long range, but its aggressiveness to your advantage, okay? That was clip number 2. Next, we're gonna move into clip number 3, which is a very different situation to what you've seen in the last 2 clips, all right? In this game, as you can see, we are playing headquarters, and no one on my team is left. It's just me, right? And if I was to sit on the headquarters right now, I'd be a sitting duck because the enemy team is going to be looking for me. We've got a nice advantage here in points, as you can see in the bottom left. We're at 96-0, but I want to preserve my life as much as possible here, and I've just seen somebody appear to my left behind this little container that I'm sitting at, so I know that I want to take them out as well. All right, so as we move into this video and to see what the situation is, this guy who appears to my left is moving here. I'm using these, you know, these little crates to protect me. Take this first guy out, then also check to see if anybody else appears. One other guy appears from here, once again using my range and position to protect me, whilst also trying to look across the map to keep me safe. All right, this is a very good spot to be able to scout all areas across the map. I can see that nobody's taken the point yet, so I know I'm protected here. I know that we still have an advantage. I know that they're spawning there, called in an airstrike, but now it's time for me to move because they know where I am and they're going to try and gun me down. So with some switching to my pistol, I'll get a little bit extra movement speed. I've managed to get out, use the different containers and things to my, you know, my advantage in keeping me alive, scouting in this area in front of me and always moving behind different containers to stay alive. I see that guy top middle, starts popping some shots down on me. My airstrike's coming down to take out enemies across the map. And here I am, once again, using my advantage and my position to take these guys out. Even though this first guy hits me, I end up killing him. And even though we saw another guy top middle, I know someone else is pushing me on this right-hand side. All right, so I wait for him, see his head peek, get a nice jump shot as I come from the floor and take him out as well. This is a headquarters 1v4 situation. Ended up getting a VTOL out of it and using my position and my tools to my advantage to keep me alive, all right? So if we're running this into a full speed clip, you guys can see how it plays out, all right? Using the situation, killing this guy, hitting some nice shots on this guy. I've got my airstrike now and I can call it in. Now it's time to get out. Switch to my pistol for extra movement speed. Once again, always using cover of the map. Staying alive. This guy top middle. Pop in between my shots. Take him out and then take him out as well. Alright, so using the map, knowing the situation, using your tools to your advantage, even changing to the pistol to get away was a massive advantage. I might have died if I ran with the M4 because I don't get as much movement speed. So it's knowing these little things and these little tricks which can keep you alive in game. Alright, so that was clip number 3. Next we're going to move into clip number 4, and this is with the Holger. And this is just an absolute slay fest, which I'm going to show you guys in this next video with this Holger on Rust. Once again, we're playing hardpoint. I've got teammates to the front, to the side, to the right-hand side. Enemies could be spawning behind me, but I'm most likely thinking that enemies are going to spawn in this area down here or around that corner. And that's the area that I'm probably going to be looking to push out during this video. So as we go into this, you know, and once again, we're winning by quite a margin in this game here. We're looking across the map to see what's going on. I want to take this guy out in the hard point first so we can clear that out. Quick fix always coming in clutch. Look how fast I just got my health back right there. That wasn't even a stim, guys. Quick fix that I speak about in all my classes. Look, kill him. And this is in 0.25 speed. Straight back to full health. All right, quick fix is absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it as a perk. Really good for refreshing your, your health without even having to use stims. Now, once again, I'm checking the map. I've just had a little look on the map. Let me take it back, actually, very slightly so you guys can see it a little bit better. If you have a look on the map in the top left-hand corner, you'll be able to see that I see 1, 2, at least 3 dots all spawning right in front of me here. So it's time to use my range, and it's time to use the gun that I have as an advantage to get forward and take out these guys who are in front of me. By the way, before we roll into this clip a little bit more, can you see the camera difference from that? From that to this, from USB to DSLR, is absolutely incredible. It's only now when I see this to see the giant difference that it makes. We kill that first guy, and then we kill the other guy who was spawning in front of me here. I can still see enemies appearing on the map in front of me, so I want to make sure that when I'm running, I'm always using cover in case somebody jumps out or peeks in front of me. Now I've got this cover of these little boxes to my right. I'm checking these corners to see if anybody else appears. I know that the enemies are going to be moving to this kind of right-hand side to move around to the point and try and get control. And what I want to do is pinch them. So this guy's reloading after killing somebody, doesn't expect somebody to be behind him so quickly. And now I can abuse my range from where I am with this Holger. Right, I'm in a situation where I can look across the map, and if anybody peeks, this gun is an absolute beam machine and can pick them off. All right, nobody peeks here. I see enemies all in front of me, but I can't see anybody directly. So I jump to give myself a little bit of height advantage. Pick this guy in front of me on here. See this other guy appear here. Take him out. Watch the radar again. Another guy appears. And that was risky for me to jump shot, but I end up taking him out anyway. That ends up being a nice little 3-piece. And I think there's even more kills to come in. So, as you can see by my determined face in this clip, I'm chasing more kills here. And trying to use this gun to my advantage as much as possible. Now, as we continue to push this, I decide to turn back, and again, this is really important, right? This whole area where I was right now has just been cleared out. I have teammates all over here, and I've just looked down at this left-hand side behind me and not seen anybody spawn there. So I'm thinking enemies are going to be spawning round and tucked back round to the right-hand side where we just came from originally. Okay, so I double back on myself, and I want to try and get control of the other spawn now. It's always about thinking that one step ahead and looking at the radar and thinking, right, I see them spawning there. It's time for me to move around and use the gun that I have and the position that I have to my advantage. All right, so I reloaded in safety, and now I want to use this cover of this little head glitch in front of me here to try and take out any enemies that are spawning across this map. All right, so I check my right, don't see nobody. And now I'm in a great position to start beaming people across the map again. All right, so these guys have all just spawned from the guys that we just killed before. Hit some nice shots, kill the first guy. Another guy appears, end up taking him out as well. He's too busy looking at one of my teammates. And then as this guy appears to try and move across the map before he can kill me with his shotgun or whatever he's using, he's dead also. All right, so I don't even know how many kills that was, but it was a lot, probably 10 or more. And from a mix of knowing what my gun's limits are to abusing the fact that it is either an assault rifle or an LMG. Now I know that the Holger is an LMG, right? But this gun is very the gun is very hybrid. All right, it's pretty much built to be like an assault rifle or like an SMG as well. So I pretty much see the Holger as an assault rifle at this point. So that's why I've included a clip of it in this video. So it plays out very similarly. So we're gonna watch this in full speed. Take out the first guy. Get my health back, take out the second guy, and we're going to continue to push here. All right, we're going to continue to push into this area and move around to this left-hand side. Guy was too busy reloading his gun, and now I'm in a power position to make the plays here. All right, I'm in a position where I can take all these guys out, abuse the long range of these guns, check out the area. No one here. Now it's time to double back and take advantage of the situation in front of me. All right, so we're going to move to this head glitch, and then we end up killing these guys as well. All right. So it ends up being an absolute slaughter fest where we end up killing everybody and clearing the area out and just, taking up more control on this map. So that was the Holger. It was a 10-piece on Rust, and yeah, another amazing clip. Okay, so next we're going to move into the next Holger video, which is going to be on Sawmill. This is an 8-piece. And it's a bit more of an aggressive clip, one where we push forwards and one where we end up taking control of the enemy spawns again. All right, so we're gonna look at the situation, and we can see that my teammates have these points behind me. We're playing hardpoint on Sawmill, and once again, we're absolutely shutting the enemy team out at this point. We wanna push round to this side in front of me and take control of this area and try and just find out where the enemies are spawning and where it is that I can push to get advantage and to get control. Okay, so as I'm pushing forward from here, I end up taking out this guy. This ended up being a funny meme on my channel. This guy's called Flapjack, because he kept pushing from the same way the entire game. So I ended up memeing him as Flapjack and just constantly going for him after this clip. And as we push around this side and we continue to go forward and try and get further into the enemy spawns, you'll see that our best friend once again appears. So let's just wait for him to appear again. Checking my corners. Checking my corners. I put myself into a situation where I can hide behind this box if I need to. Just seen that head appear, know somebody's here. He's also seen me, but it doesn't matter because Flapjack, I'm missing his shots. Take him out. Now I'm thinking power position. How do I get into an area where I can take out their spawns and take full control of the situation? All right, so looking at the situation from where we are right here, I have a teammate who's underneath and my team's just chilling in the point, right? And we just killed these guys and I'm thinking, right. They're all gonna be probably coming from this line or in this area that's directly in front of me. And this is the area I want to try and control with this long-range gun that can absolutely beam, okay? So as I appear up here, I'm looking into their spawns to see if I can, you know, catch anybody coming out or anybody trying to move out, all right? I drop down to the floor for just a second to try and give myself some kind of, you know, rest and breathing pattern. Once again, our best mate, Flapjack, appears. Take him out with some nice strafing and some shots. Can't imagine how angry he is at this point. Suppose he didn't call me a hacker at this point. And I want to jump down and try and get control of this left-hand side. Two enemies appear. Take out this first guy. And take out this second guy as well. For some nice jump shots again. And at this point, we've got them trapped. I throw the C4 out in case anybody else appears to cover me. No one else has appeared. And there's a nice little head glitch behind these wooden panels right here. So I sit in this area to see if anybody else is to come out of these spawns. And then funnily enough, opportunity will present itself again. First guy appears, second guy appears, take him out, switch, hit some nice shots, and then already see a third one in my sight. As I'm shooting this guy, I drop down for a second in case he tries to hit me to give me the advantage for the situation, okay? So once again, it's about knowing the maps, the rotations, which ways to move, where the enemy's gonna be spawning, and what are the limits of the gun that you're using, and what is it that you can get away with on it as well. All right, so we're gonna run this into full speed to see the situation, how it all played out. So taking out Flapjack, moving this area, checking my corners, using this as cover, seeing Flapjack appear again, Flapjack dead again, must hate me at this point. Let's make it a three-piece. Flapjack once again appears dead, covering this area to my left. Take out one, take out two. C4 to cover myself, nobody there. And now hiding behind this point to try and pick out any more enemies that spawn. And a nice little sort of crouch between them shots to take him out as well. All right. So once again, that was a Holger clip and video. I know the Holger once again is not naturally an AR, but the way that I use it and the way that it's built out, I pretty much class it as an assault rifle. So that's why the Holger has been including these clips, because it does play out in the same kind of pattern. All right. And finally, we're going to finish up with the Beastie Kilo as a bonus clip. This is an 8-piece Rust spawn camp. This is one of my recent ones, as you can tell by the quality of the camera. And we're going to look at how this situation plays out. It's an absolute slaughter fest, and I love it. All right. So I've got this area covered in this corner. We're playing hardpoint here on Rust. Teammates all across the map, all in different situations, and I'm currently checking out this guy who's in front of me, so I want to beam him, take him out, and then see how the rest of the situation plays out. All right, so I'm shooting across the map. Guy ends up dying. I end up getting a double kill here. Now, this container that's to my left plays such a big part in this, right? So I take out one guy coming out of spawn, all right? End up taking out the second guy coming out of spawn. And in my mind, I know that one of my teammates has just died to the left-hand side of me. So I know these guys are all going to be spawning on this left-hand side. Either that or they're going to spawn behind me, all right? So we take our chances and we try and check out this left-hand side to see what happens. So I'm on a quad kill at this point, all right? And I'm using this crane in front of me. Now, somebody has called in an advanced UAV, so I know nobody's spawning behind me. And I know this area is safe, all right? So I'm checking my corners, making sure that nobody else appears or no one else is peeking. I'm now watching this corner to see if anybody else appears. And as by it, more enemies are now appearing in front of me. All right, take out another guy, and then take out another guy here. As one enemy tries to run away, I get a double kill. All All right, make sure I get my reloads down so I can kill more. And I'm seeing more enemies appear in this corner again. I'm abusing the long range and the effectiveness of this kilo to wipe people out at long range. I've got myself into a drop shot to make myself hard to kill. 1, 2, and 3 through wall bangs and deaths. And then also checking this side again to make sure nobody's getting out this way. Absolute slaughter. Spawn camped this team probably 2-3 times over right here to, you know, to make it so they can't get out of that situation. And now my teammates going in there to go in there and kind of take out anybody else who else is left in that corner. All right, looking at this in full speed, you can see the situation, how this plays out. The advanced UAV obviously makes a big difference here. Take out these guys, fully utilizing the spawn camp, the gun, its advantages, what it is that I can do with it. Changing elevations, making it hard for them to kill me. And man, there's just so many kills going on here. They just cannot get out. We rip them up in the spawns, we take them out, and then we just insert absolute domination onto this game. That was the 5 clips plus 1 bonus clip for today's episode of Snapshot. I hope you guys can see and understand that assault rifles and LMGs can be used in aggressive fashion. You know, they are typically more holding guns, but can still be, you know, if you want to get the right class and the right build for them, used in a very aggressive manner. And you can also still abuse the long range of the gun. You can still abuse the kind of the natural purpose of what these guns were built for, to absolutely slay and take out enemies, okay? So for those players that aren't necessarily SMG players, I wanted to do a different slight video today so you guys can check that out and see how we play it on a different kind of play style, but also still keep it aggressive as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's really, really appreciated, guys. Any comments, you know, feedback, constructive criticism, etc., etc., really means a lot. See you on the next one.